turning directions and shit. It's like a garbage bag, right? That can't be a garbage bag because that fucking thing's just standing right there. And I can feel the wind would be pushing in a different direction, but if it's up there, that thing would have fucking turned already, but no, it's going that way. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, that's a fucking ship. That's a UFO. Oh my god, I just seen a fucking UFO. Oh my god.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Got sort of a head scratcher here for you guys. I have no idea what this thing is, but I was emailed this piece of footage from Mr. Christopher Casa over Phoenix, Arizona, captured on 8/22/2016. And as you just saw in this video, and you really have to look close, he is videoing this plane here, but he noticed this black object just sitting in the sky. And as he moves past this stone wall here, we see the object jetting up to the left of the screen. The plane is on the right side. This object shoots up, and it is gone. This thing is moving with purpose. You'll see as you watch this video over and over, just watch how this object moves. This thing jets up into the sky, slows down, almost to a complete stop, then makes a complete right turn, starts moving again, and at one point, almost looks like it goes into hyperdrive and just zooms through the sky, changing speeds, increasing its velocity, moving higher and higher into the sky before it finally disappears into the clouds. It's an amazing piece of video. I'm trying to give you the best shots here that I can. And once again, another clip of one of these objects near a passing plane. I mean, we just showed you a video yesterday of another set of objects over the Bronx, New York, sitting in the sky near a passing airliner over New York City. And whatever these objects are, there seems to be a common description linking all of them together, where a lot of these sources will say that they're way too big to be a balloon or a drone, but they're a little bit too small to be the size of a plane or something like that. So it's just kind of right in the middle. And this is really some mind-blowing video. I mean, just from the way this object is maneuvering, the speeds with which it's moving through the sky, the right-hand turns, the way this thing self-propels itself, increasing its velocity and speed so quickly. I mean, we have a genuine piece of mysterious UFO footage here, so I want to give a big thanks to Christopher who sent this over. Anybody who's seeing these things over Phoenix, a lot of activity over Phoenix lately. We showed you in our last video the strange object caught moving through the sky. Some thought it was a cloaked vehicle moving, others said it looked like a portal momentarily opening up. But one thing's for sure, Arizona, and really the entire region of the Southwest, is a haven for UFO activity. We have all of the major underground secret bases there, a lot of military testing, and yeah, awesome piece of video. Now, one thing I want to mention in this video, and this is very sad, and I haven't really seen anything else about it yet, but we've had another death of a UFO researcher, a very good guy. If you remember a few videos back, we talked about the fact that just last month, 2 other UFO researchers were found dead due to mysterious circumstances, all within the same month, within about a 3 weeks time span. And it would seem like we are dropping like flies. Here is the news article posted by the Bedfordshire on Sunday news website. I will post the link down in the video description. We have another UFO researcher by the name of Gordon Dungavel, who was found along with his wife, both found dead in their home. An investigation has been launched into the death of this well-respected UFO researcher. He was 54 years old. He was a member of the British Aerial and Earth Mystery Society. And at the same time, he also cared for his wife Tracy, who was suffering from a debilitating brain tumor. friends of this man have said that this has come as a massive shock. This was a good man here who was taking care of his wife, and one of his friends are quoted as saying that searching the skies gave this man relief from the stresses in life. He was a lovely man, honest and down to earth, and he sacrificed everything to look after his wife and gave the rest of his life to this research. So they are investigating the death now, and I would just like to say on behalf of this channel, Mr. Dungavel, we salute you, and my heart goes out to your family. While we're on the subject of UFOs, and before we get to some other really cool information that may allow us to visit other planets in our solar system within minutes or even days. That's right, you heard me correctly. I want to show you guys this image here, sent to me from Niagara Falls, where the source who emailed us in captured a saucer-shaped object moving in the distance, was snapping pictures, went back. Here is the original image here, and as we zoom in here, we can definitely see this metallic, sort of saucer-shaped object. The source, Mr. John McLean, was on vacation, visiting Niagara Falls. He was snapping pictures, and he went back to his hotel later that night, and he stumbled upon this object that was sitting in the background of one of his images. Now, he has ruled out that this was any of the more obvious possibilities, such as a blimp, a bird, or a drone, as he said that he and his family members would have remembered seeing anything like that hovering over the falls at the time that the picture was taken, and none of them do recall any such object. So it really is a mystery. It's a mystery to the source. Here is a zoomed-in version of the object. Whatever this object is, it does look artificial. So kudos to John for sending this over. Now, I'd like you to meet the Mars Space Train. And this is the new concept that could get us to planet Mars in just 2 days. And if you guys remember, we were talking the other day about that new planet that they had found around our closest neighboring star called Proxima b. And everybody was talking about how we were going to get there in our lifetimes, because at the current rate of speed that our spacecrafts that we have now can move at, it would take up to 70,000 years for us to get to this planet. However, NASA, in collaboration with other tech companies, are working on means of travel, new engines, new mechanics that would allow these spacecraft to visit such distances in a matter of years, months, days, and even minutes. So here's this new concept called the Space Train, which would allow us to visit the planet Mars in only 2 days. Now, this concept was recently unveiled by Mr. Charles Bombardier, who's a Montreal-based innovator, and this space train, as they called it, which is actually called the Solar Express, would be able to shuttle passengers and payloads between planets faster than any existing systems we have today. Now, this is just the beginning, and this space train would move at roughly 1% the speed of light, or about 3,000 kilometers per second, which would allow us to get from Earth to Mars in less than 2 days. And in terms from getting us from Earth to the Moon, well, that would only take about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So basically how they're going to get it to these planets at such a high rate of speed is that they're going to put it into space, they're going to start it moving, and the thing will basically never stop. Because every time you stop, you conserve more energy, you need more fuel, so this thing will just keep moving. Also utilizing a propulsion system that would take the form of ion thrusters. And then once out into space, the train would slingshot around other celestial bodies to gain speed without needing more fuel. So it's a really awesome concept, and it just gives you a little bit of an idea of what we have in store for us as it pertains to our travels to the stars, and how one day very soon, and I guarantee you they likely already have the technology to get us through space at a rate of speed that it would be nothing for us to visit a distant planet like Proxima b, which is only 4 light years away. I mean, we've had insiders, former government military insiders, tell us plain as day that the government is hiding these technologies and developed them 40 to 50 years ago. So they may already have it, and, you know, they release this stuff very, very slowly, so we'll just have to wait and see, but pretty cool. Space Train. Now, while we're talking about space, I'd like to give you an update on the very mysterious Tabby star. Now, if you don't know, Tabby star is that mysterious star that they discovered that for some reason is losing light, and they can't understand why. And it would appear that there is likely a large artificial structure blocking out up to 20% and more of this star's light from our visibility, and they've basically ruled out all of the natural occurrences that could account for this. They've ruled out that it could be a swarm of comets or another celestial body, because those types of things would not block out 20% of the light, much less in fact. And they've noticed that this star is losing more light every day. It's actually, the rate with which it's losing light has doubled over the past couple of years. And so there's been a lot of talk about an alien megastructure that is possibly being built around the star, possibly to harness its energy. And believe it or not, scientists are not ruling this out. In fact, many mainstream scientists have given credence to the possibility that this could be a massive alien structure because they are stumped. They have no idea what else it could be. They are completely puzzled. Mr. Jason Wright, who is an astronomer at the Pennsylvania State University, stated during a recent press conference that, quote, "I think we have all but abandoned circumstellar explanations, and I think now we're going to have to talk about some bizarre structure in the interstellar medium and stuff like that." This star is a 1 in 300,000 object. People have gone looking for more like this star, and it's the only one. There's no other star that they've found that is losing light like this one. So it's an extremely rare phenomenon, and scientists are puzzled. And the evidence continues to build, giving credence to the notion that this is something that's definitely not natural. And when you have mainstream scientists starting to admit that, then you know you're definitely onto something. So very, very interesting. Now, before we end today's video, I want to give you guys a heads up about a really awesome piece of software. It's free, you can download it. Many of you have probably heard of it, but many of you hadn't. In fact, I had heard of it, but I had never actually seen it and gotten to experience how wonderful and awesome. I mean, this thing is epic. Now, it's called Space Engine, and what it is basically a three-dimensional rendering of our universe. It's a simulator, and it literally allows you to explore all of our universe. I mean, literally, you have hundreds of thousands of galaxies, planets, star systems, all of which you can fly to and visit. You can land on the surface. You can go to their moons. You can spend 24 hours. You can spend all day on this thing, playing around, and it'll still be another 1,000 years before you've visited every single planet or galaxy that you'll find within this simulation. I mean, this thing is awesome. I was playing around on it last night, and for the first time, and by the way, this simulation was built using actual recorded data. All of the catalogs that we have, every recorded celestial body, galaxy, asteroid, exoplanet, star, all of them you'll find in this simulation. Over 130,000 real space objects. And you can literally explore these planets that you've only heard about written on a piece of paper. You can actually fly to them, their moons, land on the surface. I mean, it's amazing. So it's called Space Engine. It's free, created by a Russian astronomer and game developer. And you've been seeing screenshots of the software here. This is actually what it looks like. You will have a one-way ticket to explore our entire universe. So check it out. I will put the download link to that software down in the video description, and so I highly suggest you guys check it out. So again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. The UFO sightings featured earlier in the video, the objects jetting up in the sky past the plane. Again, our hearts go out to the UFO researchers who have passed away recently. And yeah, stick around. We've got a lot more coming, and I'll see you back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.